February 10th, 9:39 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. It's always number 1 this case, I'm noticing.
Are we in 7?
No, we've been in number 1, and we've never been in one above.
I'm pretty sure we were in 7 when we were Edgeworth before.
No, we were in number 1 because I made a "We Are Number 1" reference.
I don't believe you.
We've also never been in a courtroom above number 4, a courtroom or a lobby.
I don't believe you.
Of course you don't. Go fuck yourself. By playing as Pearl.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me what's going to happen to Mystic Maya.
I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. So, is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then, how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit it's kind of strange. I think that's Edgeworth.
If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Called it! Edgeworth? What's Iris doing over there?
She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness to the prosecution.
Wait, what?
The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard.
Franziska von Karma, what are you up to as I throw away that water bottle and realize I don't have any more water? Fuck. That was literally my last bottle. Oh god, I am not going to make it through this case. I'll be right back.
I know what you're thinking, but Francesca isn't going to be the prosecutor today.
What? Then who is?
Who else would it be but Godot?
Godot.
Good old Godot. Franziska is engaged in some important work in the Sacred Cavern. The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's... Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of those locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. If everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
I know. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac that you were yesterday.
Yeah, I'm an entirely different fever-ridden, frantic maniac. I'm not Phoenix Wright anymore. I am... Bob Josephine.
What?
It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Like it was an anime or something.
Interesting. An anime. Maybe you've passed your code on to someone else. Literally.
Edgeworth would totally be the closet weeaboo.
And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands. Partner. Sorry, I didn't expect him to add something there.
Thanks. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Ms. Elise Donim... No, I mean Ms. Misty Fey.
Hey Maya, guess what? Your mom's not missing anymore. She's dead.
The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after with her black
I mean, she's
eyes.
pretty clear what she's really after.
I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Yeah, if this wasn't the final trial of the game, then that would be kind of overclimactic or overdramatic for something like this. 10 a.m. Hey, it's
oh right, I'm the judge.
It's your judge and your prosecutor and my lawyer.
What's always my prosecutor?
and my axe.
Right. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris Hazakura Temple.
She has a last name, you know. Your Honor, what are you...
Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers early this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him.
I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot. Not about how one's Canadian and the other isn't.
Is this the voice I gave the judge, by the way?
Yeah.
My poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. I don't care. It's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us.
Now, I just want to tell a quick anecdote. There was a website, I think it might still be up. If it's not, then it used to be a thing, where basically you could create your own objection text, where it would start off with objection, and then it would be the lawyer or prosecutor that you choose, and then they would just say whatever you write for them. And with Godot, you could also do a thing to make him take multiple gulps from his coffee cup and make that last as long as you wanted. And I remember one where someone had Godot take the gulp, 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 like freaking over 50 gulps of coffee. Just swigs out his coffee cup and says, "Hi."
This is precisely why the people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Very well said, Mr. Godot. I understand exactly what you said, at least up until the end anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world.
Murder.
Coffee. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So yes, coffee. So then you mean... forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. A confession? The defendant?
Iris. Why didn't she discuss this with me first?
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
I'm gonna be cross-examining my own defendant. Last time this happened, the defendant poisoned himself.
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. It's one of my rules. Alright, this is also me. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've had the traditional courtroom thing of me the judge, me the lawyer, and me the witness.
And then me as the protagonist.
Yeah.
Hey, Maya's not here, so you don't have to be the co-counsel.
You know what? That's fair. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Witness, is there something that you want to confess to? Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright, as I scratch my nose. I can't continue lying to anyone anymore. Everyone.
It's alright. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Mr. Lee Stoneham? I'm debating using this new accent for the judge.
It's a little late to be changing it up.
Excuse me if I feel I didn't have much of a... You know what, it's going a bit too thick. Never mind.
Yeah!
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard, where I desecrated it. What?
Rabbo!
Order in the court! Order!
Curry fried rice!
Shut up. I did not miss you. Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct.
What?
You're making it really hard to defend you.
3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat.
Who keeps sliding me these? Whatever. Everyone on the planet has an accomplice to something. Just happens to be it in this case. It's the murder. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite?
Yeah, McDo. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this. It looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Alright, well that's gone.
Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions?
Iris was covering for someone. Yeah, I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket.
I've been in Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Kurain tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. I'm sorry, but, main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Kurain chamber channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey. Ah, I see we're framing Maya again.
Eh?
Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite.
She's naming Maya!
Edward was so much more calm about this. Order! Order of the court. So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I cleaned up the area to try and protect her.
That's ridiculous! Maya could never do such a...
The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. It does in every game.
Every game we have to frame Maya. I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff.
What?
While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it. Oh. So it was in self-defense? Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I try my best to protect Mystic Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal.
Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it.
You think we'll have to bring up at one point that Mystic Elise was actually Maya's mom in order to say that she wouldn't have attacked her? Or will they just be like, and she still could have? Also, I didn't get to read what the judge said.
It was the generic do your cross-examination line.
Okay. Maybe press here as to how she stole the weapon?
I'm going to press everything because I don't see a spot for presenting any evidence. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that, on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Objection. She lied.
That's basically what he's saying, yeah.
By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go?
He was in the inner temple's training hall.
Private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony.
Franziska was right there!
That would be properly described as hearsay. What do you have to say, witness? I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There. We all understand how difficult this is for you. Seeing Wright, contorting with her. Consorting, that's the word. Now then, let's continue with the testimony.
Contorting with her, they were becoming a pretzel together.
I think that's how the youth consider sex these days. What did you witness in the temple garden? Oh, Your Honor.
You're saying that the victim attacked Ms. Fey?
Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and she looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
She did go on about how she has to protect the main family. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock. It's perfectly understandable, my dear.
This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
Oh, what happened after that? Oh, Mystic Maya, blah, blah, blah.
I think what we might have to do is present the cane here, the cane sword, to be
that's
like...
what I was...
But here's the thing, we also might not be supposed to do that yet, because Gumshoe was like, hey, try not to tell anyone, because otherwise
Yeah, that's
we're gonna
exactly
get
what I was thinking, is that it could be something we put here, but it seemed like one of those trump cards we'd have to pull out later.
I'm gonna try it once. Nope, okay. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Aha!
Wait a minute! What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise Donham tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Ms. Fey.
Yes, exactly. So there, I think...
Wait a minute! This could actually have happened. If we go by the theory that, remember, that Misty was being possessed by Dahlia, she would have then gone and tried to kill Maya. So this stuff actually could have happened. And Dahlia wouldn't have...
You know what? That's true.
Dahlia wouldn't have known there was a sword in the cane.
That's also true. Huh.
Of course, this then causes a problem because, as we saw, I'm pretty sure as we've seen in a previous case, in the Phoenix Wright world, self-defense still means murder.
Yeah. I mean, I think at that point it's technically like manslaughter, but You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce.
You did that?
I like how I can pronounce that. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy?
I like how you say you could pronounce it when you said Worcestershire.
No, it literally is pronounced Worcestershire sauce.
I thought it was Worcestershire, because that's how it's spelled.
It's literally pronounced Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
It's pretty much, it's just like, fuck the rest of it, go multiple times.
Worcestershire. There is one thing.
Worcestershire sauce.
Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
It was bullshit. You do? I forgot I was voiced. But this client, you know what I mean.
This client is your witness. Yes, well, nevertheless.
That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony. Yay! Yes, sir. That's usually the key one, right? Just a moment, it's my job to say that.
I mean, they sometimes do it for non-key ones.
Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment here will be rendered by in this courtroom. In this particular case, I am the judge, jury, and executioner. And guess whose head is on the chopping block, Trite? I'm talking to you.
Do you want to stop the improv and read your grunt?
I was enjoying the improv. Okay, now let's continue. Also, where is my coffee axe?
I was about to say, your coffee? You have it in your hand. I'm very certain that this isn't correct.
Yep.
Aha! I didn't even have to save state.
We're whipping it out a little earlier than I expected.
That's what she said. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Ms. Donham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
Thunder's rumbling outside, just a heads up.
Oh boy.
But all you can do with the staff is hit someone. Not this staff.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Donham really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. To be fair, this seems fine to bring out because we're not saying it was the murder weapon. Oh wait, no we are. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
That was an impressive bit of investigation, Trite. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. Even so, how should I put this?
Huh?
Long sword is unwieldy and thus ineffective at close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over a blade.
Well...
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's no problem with her testimony. Ah, see, now we do the thing.
But there is something strange about this whole testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a bit of a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright.
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Ms. Elise Donham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey.
Because she was her mother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I literally just present herself.
Yep.
Elise Donham would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How could you be so sure?
because the victim's real name was not Elise Stoneham. Her real name was Misty Fey.
Fey? No. Not Misty Fey. The Grandmaster of the... with the confusing name. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to...
Mystery Mystic Misty the Mistake.
Yeah.
The Master, or the Mister. Mr. Mystic Mystery Misty Mistake. I'm gonna keep going on with this. Misty Fey is the master of the Kurain channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Rubble. Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Stoneham actually the great Mystic Misty?
There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution could offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. I swear to God, he's gonna be like, she didn't recognize her.
Order of the court. On first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough.
Oh, hey, did I miss it? A hamburger!
Shut up. Asshole.
Yeah.
However, you know what? No, since you got all pouty, I'll get you a hamburger. Just stop asking for it.
Yay! Nom nom nom.
In light of some of the facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw a sword away during a fight, and two, that the two people badly to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own, when taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. One little thing. Yes, what is this one little impossible thing? You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you had no idea, Gramps.
Could you get to your point?
I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. Going to ruin your health, my friend. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And then he discovered this little beauty. God damn it.
No, this is what we expected, remember?
Oh.
Because, like, the freaking... 'cause, like we said, Misty was possessed by Dahlia, who didn't know the cane was a sword.
Oh, okay. Is that the dagger to which the witness was testifying to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. Do you not notice something else? Now that you mention it, if you look closely... Closely? Really? There appears to be some blood.
I'm pretty sure they magnify it more than expected. Or more than we think. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene.
Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene?
Huh? The pine tree at the crime scene?
The dagger was stuck into the backside of the pine tree. The last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee.
Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago?
Thank you, Phoenix.
Contradiction! Godot, you are guilty of lying about your caffeine intake.
I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Why? Seriously, I could have just made this shit up. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
Well, there you go.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right.
Why are you attached to that dagger?
Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately.
No, I'm keeping it.
Now then.
I feel like it's not actually going to have Missy's blood on it.
Could have Maya's on it.
Maybe.
Testimony we just heard has had numerous unbelievable aspects to it.
Asbestos.
However, after having found the very dagger of which the witness spoke, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. The taste of victory. Cute girls never lie. Ever.
About that.
Yeah, I already know that's bullshit. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court. About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women. I love catfights. Yes, Your Honor.
The battle. Whoosh. Boom, boom.